Good afternoon, Avengers, and welcome to our first home match here at Avenger Park 2025. Not just our home, Avenger Park, but a revamped home. We've got new paint going on, we've got a new gym, and there's signs everywhere. It's new this, it's new that, it's exciting. So if you haven't been, make sure you come down. But today is our first game as we take on Port Melbourne Sharks. Last week, epic 90th minute winner against Oakley. This game today is, some would say, expected to not be as tough as Oakley's game, but every time we play Port, you don't know what you're going to get. So let's see how we go today. What's going to happen? We're going to watch, wait and see.
Really looking forward to seeing Luca Tavir make his mark early as we get underway here at Avenger Park. Melbourne with the early possession. Edwards, who was very good last week with the header there. It'll be interesting to see how the Sharks can try and nullify the attack.
Tavir whipped into the area. Aiden Bryce will actually come out to Bryce, who takes it on the volley, and it's well over the bar. Would have taken something spectacular there from the centre back. You know, potentially get that all-important goal or add to the scoreline.
Well, even a player of the calibre of Kamara as well to get involved last week, and they've got an opportunity here, and a deflection, and it's in! Avondale with first blood early, and they set the tone just as they did last week. Fantastic effort to try and force a bit of pressure on the Port Melbourne defence, and they get first blood early going. Chance for the Sharks here. Alessandratos tries to curl it in, and a very good save there from Thomas Manos.
And up in the early going as Curtis looking for the run there of Delano Ferro. Diaz cutting inside. Going to go himself here. Listen, Diaz got the shot away, and it's just past the post.
Get it back with the 1-2. Just didn't get enough leverage on the pass there. Well defended by Kamara. Sharks still with an opportunity in that one. We saw that last week. They were a dual-pronged attack. Here's Tavir with the corner. Loops it up to the back post. Ott was there. Carvis was around to try and defend, and
Wins it back off George Ott, just ricocheted off his stomach, and he's still looking to break forward. Here's Edwards in short supply on the left-hand side, puts it in towards the back post, and Courtney Perkins just had to get a touch on it, and he let it run, and it's out for the goal kick.
I think ideally you would love to have a bit of stability across a variety of lines.
Played there by Karmas. Tavir. Towns. Courtney Perkins. Lovely one-touch football. And City buries it into the bottom corner. Champagne football from the Avengers. And Stefan Zini has his first of the new season. And Avondale double their lead just before the half-hour mark. He built up from the back. Here is Nicholas Dick. Past Edwards, and it's set up perfectly here for Delano Ferro. So across the face, and it was Anthony Labarde making the run late. Teams, they really struggle with that logjam. Other teams thrive. Well, look at that, what Oakley have done in that. So we'll leave that for just a moment. Katavian finds George Ott! And it's just past the post. For one more before the break. Zini cutting inside. Make it as well, but Zini still ends up with possession. Somehow still going, goes to ground inside the box. Edwards across the face for Ott, and a beautiful save from Condolian.
Maintain concentration there, Condolian.
Tavir to the area, it's Ott again getting his head to it. Just wide of the mark, and that's the end of the first half. Avondale, 2 goals to the good here against Port Melbourne. Own goal gave the Avengers the lead. Keep things nice and safe, don't want to risk any sort of suspension. Here is Bryce, driving forward from the fence, a lovely ball through there for Ott, who takes his touch inside and falls there to Courtney Perkins, who took it first time, and that was always rising. Some really dramatic contests last night as well. Of course, Green Gully and Oakley are 1-1. We had Preston rescue a point late against Andy City, 2-2 in that one. Heidelberg winners against Melbourne Victory, 1-0. We'll leave that for just a sec, as Delano Ferro is now inside the box. He goes to ground, and it's a penalty here to Port Melbourne. So potentially an avenue back into the game here for the visitors. Scored plenty of goals at this end of the ground in Avondale Blue. Steps up and buries it into the corner. Liston Diaz with pure conviction. Gets the scoreline back to 2-1. And Damien, we have a game on our hands here in the second half. Look like Avondale getting ready for a sub. Assistant coach there, Jeff Fleming. He's got the piece of paper he's handing there to fourth official Michael Mammis. And all that attacking talent they have on the bench, when you've got the likes of Manny Agwet, Kerr, Stefan Valentini, Christian Trajceski, it's an embarrassment of riches to bring on to try and sew this game up. Slip in the middle of the park there from Curtis as Towns feeds it through. Oh, bearing down on goal and puts it into the back of the net. George Ott makes the Sharks pay. They restore their 2-goal advantage.
Wonder if he wants to join in on the goal scoring party as well.
Riding the hot hand at the moment.
Very good in the early minutes as well with his intensity. Speaking of which, here's a chance for Tavir. And straighten up, balance, and this time past the back post. He's a player that is not afraid to go toe-to-toe with the opposition as we saw last week.
Diaz takes it on the half volley, and that's straight into the car park.
And the corner here for Avondale. Tavir takes it with a low trajectory, and the header coming in from the side, just wide.
Whipped into the area, and it's set up well there for Brown, who he got maybe a hair on that one in the end, but it finds its way through to Thomas Manos as Avondale looks to go back the other way. Probably to make his way through a sea of players. Trajceski fires on his left, and Condolian did well to get down and make the stop. Australian Championship, which will kick off at the end of this season. Avondale, one of the foundation teams that will be involved. As leave that for just a moment, because Luca Tavir is bearing down on goal and forces a brilliant save from Condolian, but it's into the path of Agwek, and finally he gets his goal. Game, set, match, Avondale. And they're cruising to their second win.
Start of the season chock full of confidence. Probably exceeded expectations compared to the early minutes. As if it would be a closer contest. Here's a quick inbound now for Trajceski. Can he join the party? Not quite. He wasn't far away from the top right corner. They haven't created as many opportunities as the final whistle blares here at Avenger Park. And Avondale, in their first home game of the season, claim a comprehensive victory over the Port Melbourne Sharks, 4-1. And the home fans certainly impressed with the performance, particularly in the second half.